What's up, guys? Welcome back to LIFM, and we're going to be doing another EDH replay game here in MTGO. So today I'm actually going to be playing, I don't think I've put up a match with this deck yet. It's my Ruric Thar deck, and I am facing Purphoros. So I kept a fairly slow hand here, but I'm not too worried about this matchup. As you guys know, I play Purphoros myself, and it depends a lot on what kind of hand they have and what kind of build they get. So I kept this hand, and my opponent was on the play. Of course, I keep this slow hand. My opponent has a hand with Soul Ring, and yeah, first turn Soul Ring. So we're already behind. So at this point, excuse me, I'm back. So at this point, I might as well play a land that comes into play tap because I have no first turn, second turn, or third turn plays. I might as well just get that land into play right now. So second turn Purphoros is a very strong possibility, and of course second turn Purphoros. Second turn I play my second land and pass the turn right back. Third turn my opponent just plays an Iron Mirror, which is actually, it makes me feel pretty good. I have Relic Crush in hand, and I'm looking at his board thinking, this is a pretty good card right now if I can get to five lands. So he plays Beetleblack Chief, which is actually pretty good. It's 6 damage with Purphoros. Fourth turn I choose to play Hunting Wilds because I can't really do anything else. I could have played Purphoros, but the better play, in my opinion, of course, I'm sure some people might disagree, but in my opinion, is to ramp. So fifth turn I have options of Ruric Thar, Terra Stomper, Relic Crush, or whatever I draw I can probably play. So I pass it back to my opponent. I'm at 33. My opponent swings and pumps his creatures, so I'm now at 24 on my fifth turn. So fifth turn I draw Ranger's Path, and it's not a horrible play, but it's not the right play. So here I believe I Relic Crush. However, I don't actually target Skull Clamp because I realize that my opponent, even though they had a fast start, is lacking land drops. So I believe I target Soul Ring and Iron Mirror here. So I get rid of a creature and a lot of mana and pass it back. My opponent misses a land drop, swings for 5, putting us to 19, and then Skull Clamps a token to draw a card. Here I draw Xenagos, play my land, and I believe here I play Xenagos and Purphoros, followed by making a Xenagos token to be a blocker and doing 2 damage. And then I pass the turn back. The reason I did that instead of playing my commander is, for one thing, if I play my commander and play Xenagos next turn, I take 6 damage, which at 19 against this deck, this commander, I can't afford to be doing that, so that's why I went this route. I don't think he's going to help me that much right now. And I feel like Xenagos is just a house in this situation. So my opponent equips with Skull Clamp and swings, and I already decided that no matter what he swung at, me or my Planeswalker, I was going to block. He can have his 2 cards, 9 cards in hand, he doesn't have that many lands, I was going to block regardless. So I block, we trade, he draws some cards, and he gambles. He gambles with 10 cards in hand, so it's very likely that he got the card that he searched for. The odds of him not getting it are, what are they, 1 in 10? And then he follows it up with Mana Crypt, so I figured he probably searched for Mana Crypt. On my turn I drew Green Sun Zenith. I have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I Green Sun Zenith for Sylvan Primordial to destroy his Mana Crypt here, I believe. Dealing 2 damage to him through my Purphoros. And I also make a token with Xenagos and 2 more damage, and then I swing for 2 more as well. Put my opponent to 32. And I pass the turn. My opponent plays Pilgrim's Eye just so he can make his land drops. On my turn I just draw Contested Cliffs. It doesn't really mean much here. But I believe what I do here is I do cast Contested Cliffs. I attack with all 3. I activate Arena to fight one of my Satyr tokens with his creature, so I can get through for 10 damage. And then after that, I play Terra Stomper, because at this point, first of all, my opponent is behind in mana, and second of all, at this point in the game, my creatures are just strictly better than my opponent's creatures. Like, he might make tokens or whatever he might make, but actual creatures, or as far as power and toughness, stuff like that, is going to be just strictly better. So I choose to play Terra Stomper here. It's a 8/8 Trampler, and I pass the turn. My opponent Miracles Reforge the Soul. They actually cast it. I think it's because they've been missing land drops, and their hand is just not that good right now. But I have 1 card in hand, so Reforge the Soul is just, in my opinion, complete advantage for me. I mean, everything I draw here is useful. I drew lands, which they allow me to cast other stuff. I drew Acidic Slime, which can destroy a land or one of these. Burning Earth isn't that good here, but Goblin Bombardment is just a house at this point, so that's fine. My opponent passes the turn. I choose to attack with all these, and I believe another token before casting anything else, and I think my opponent scoops there. But I was gonna, if he didn't, I was gonna cast Primal Command, put in Purphoros on top of his deck, and search in for a creature and put it into my hand. But I do believe my opponent scoops before that could happen. Yep, and that was the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and thanks for watching as usual.